problem number 9. In this case, we're going to use or calculate the degree of operating leverage. We're given the variables, you can see at the top, the quantity, price, variable costs, fixed costs, and interest. So in order to calculate the degree of operating leverage, we plug the numbers into the formula, as you can see on the screen, and we take the quantity, which is in units, by the way, and we multiply it by what would be called the contribution margin. Price minus variable cost is contribution margin. So that's before you pay for your fixed cost. So the denominator is the same as the numerator, except you are subtracting the fixed costs, as you can see from the formula. So you wind up with a degree of operating leverage of 3 to 1. So for every dollar change in sales, it will have a $3 change in profitability, which is the contribution margin. The degree of financial leverage, you can see, you certainly take earnings before interest and taxes, which is the 200,000, and you divide it by earnings before taxes. So the difference is obviously the interest amount. So what this means is for every dollar of earnings before tax, you have $1.33 of earnings before interest and taxes. So it's, again, a ratio, and that difference is interest, which is related to debt. Now, the combined leverages in part C, it's the same as the formula up above in part A, except you subtract the interest at the top. So you go the quantity times, in the brackets, price minus variable cost, and you subtract the fixed costs, and you subtract the interest expense, and you wind up with 4 times. So there's a little description written at the bottom of part C. A 20% increase in sales will increase earnings per share by 80%. So that's a very important number to know, because again, it's a magnitude or a multiplier effect, just like you would have had in macroeconomics, where you know that every dollar of earnings results in a larger increase to the economy with the multiplier effect. So 20% increase in sales, 80% increase in earnings per share. But it also means that a 20% decrease in sales will have an 80% decrease in earnings per share. And so the operating leverage has a greater impact, as you can see by the ratios here, 3 times versus 1.33. Don't pay a lot of attention to the break-even analysis, except for the fact that it's simply the fixed cost divided by the contribution margin. So in order to break even, this company needs to sell 13,333 tires. So a fairly simple calculation, but it's not the main focus of this particular chapter.